Let's start that recording and start that stream. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Telling Tales Thursday. We are here tonight to start up a new game based on the Brew Queue, which is Pentiment. The most votes went to this game on Game Pass, so sweep that one up and we're gonna give it a shot. I don't know much of anything about this game. I know it was a funky little indie game. Came out a little while ago. But I haven't heard much else other than there's choices to be made. And we're gonna make them. Right here, right now. I'm bad at reading, so let's use the easy-to-read scripts. Thank you. Wow! Apparently not a terribly long game, so we'll see how long it takes. What the fuck? Oh! We're just deleting it. In principio, erat verbum gratuum deus erat verbum. I wonder if this is like actual placeholder text. Like, did they just lorem ipsum this shit? So, Jesus Christ, this is an incredible fucking eraser. I didn't know they had erasers this good back then. Or ever. Oh, but I didn't finish. Damn. Well, rip to whatever book was in there before. An Obsidian Entertainment production. Pentiment. Art director Hannah Kennedy. Or Hannah, let's see. Kathy Nichols. Brett Klooster. We'll see if I'm on the right side of the screen with my current chat and camera layout. Music by Alchemy. Alchemy is a habit or a study. It's not a person or a group. Silly game devs. Those are some long fingies. Italia! Mamma mia! Oh, those do be some lines. Passing Bavaria, Holy Roman Empire, April 1518. Okay. Neat. An artist sleeps. Damn, he really do. An artist's mind. Whoosh. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero at the minimum. Ha! You know what he said to me? I'm a lady killer. Up to the devil's work again. Saint Grobian. Oh man, that's me. I'm Saint Grobian. Don't encourage him. Devotions to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way. Hey, 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 hey. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologize. Instead of being more mindful, I said, it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. I ignored him, which is what the comment merited. Yeah, fuck that guy. And maybe so, but it puts you on his bad side. Why does it matter? Father Gernot needs Andreas to finish the Abbey's commissions. It is true. And Andreas is simply under the Abbot's employ, not a sworn brother of the Abbey. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Masterpiece. And you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master awaits you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? Well, my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. It's growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Nah, fuck you. Out of my control. Oh, no, your majesty. Yeah. Of course, if you're not here tomorrow night, I pray you'll be someplace as pleasant. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. It's kind of hard to pay them no mind, Grobian. I never do. Ow. Yes, I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. Hee, they're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. God. I am the fool of the modern day. All Twitch streamers are, really. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let you run, you ragged boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. Just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. It'll be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. Right. An outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Hee hee. Funny. Ugh. Would you please stop? You gotta sit. You gotta sit during the ride. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. Hee, as you wish, Andreas. A child! Good morning, Ursula. Glum. Ender. Okay. A for effort. We give him an A for effort. Time to get up. The Baron. April of 1518. A few more pages. Back to the Abbey. The Picatrix. Key of Solomon. The Heptameron. Prior Ferenc. I need that. Hold on. Give me a second. Keeps giving me all the books to read. Prior Ferenc keeps... Prior Ferenc. I guess that's the name of the book. Neat. Really should clean this up. But I won't. Sleepy time. The child. Andrew. Incredible. What are my quests? What are my fair quests? A few more pages. Prime hour 6. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. I can't... Oh, page. No. Yes, S with group. Tab. Why is that all the way on the right side? That's stupid. Put all your shit on the same side, dummy. We're at Gertner Farm. We have to go to the Abbey, up north. We've got the Bauer Farm. Franz Bauer, the widow, Kempriern. Salt mine, the waterfall. Shrine of Saint Satia. Charcoal burner, the mill, and the Roman ruins. Greater Tasing, whatever. Okay. We've got the layout of the townsfolk. How are you? Where's Piero on the... Ah, okay. I see. You can go by page or by group if there's enough people to make multiple pages out of a group. Okay. Whoa! Well, that's... in case you don't like reading at a funky angle. Which I guess I'm not a fan of. What group are they part of, though? It doesn't say. Clara Gertnern, second wife of Peter Gertner, mother of Ursula, known for her kindness and her concern for her husband's health. Eva Gertnern, daughter of Peter Gertner and his late wife Christine. Eva was largely raised by her brother and father. Prior Ferenc of Pix, originally from Hungary. Ferenc is the prior of Kirsau Abbey and is responsible for running the scriptorium, known for his interest in esoteric books. Father Gernot of Munich, abbot of Kirsau Abbey. Father Gernot replaced the former highly beloved abbot, Father Matthias. Gernot is known in the abbey as a disciplinarian and is in town as a harsh landlord. He is struggling to fund the abbey as the scriptorium no longer generates much money. You know, after you make a bunch of Bibles, there's not much else for the scriptorium to really make. Oh, I don't need to... What about Piero? Brother Piero Verona, artist of Kirsau Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Neat. Did I just... I did just deafen myself. I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's see. Nuremberg is a free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Neat. Alright, how do I... Kirsau Abbey. Oh, it's on a different tab. Yeah, here we go. So we're in... This is the Abbey, I guess? Convert, Garden, Convert, Aquarium, Prior's House. Wow, this is a pretty advanced map. A lot going on here. Tasting. Greater tasting. Okay. Interesting. Meadow Forest. Okay, so this is that part of the map kind of filled in. Neat. Zimmerman House Blacksmith, Alban Midwife, Drucker House. The Druckers! The Druckmans! Ayo, Clara was blumping. Morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually, thank you. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes, not well, but there's nothing that can be done about it now. Quite well. I'm so glad to hear it. I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of that rye you like from the almonds. That does sound ideal. I could fuck up some almonds and cheese. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. I almost smell the farm from here. Don't smell good, but it is home. Here you are, Andres. Too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. He's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. I don't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money and it will ease their burden. You must take the consequences of inaction into account. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling on you to fix? Oh god, am I gonna be an asshole? Am I gonna turn Andreas into a Republican in the first 5 minutes? I think not. Oh, I won't miss the money. I want to stay on good terms with everyone here. Of course, no problem. Besides, we don't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I think I could manage that. I can promise anything. We'll see what I do. Wait. Were these taxes unexpected? Yeah, whatever. We're so grateful, Andreas. Truly. Apologize again for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke, bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Friar Fernick allows me to work on my masterpiece. Reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. Doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients, and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after some wandering. Must be rather frightening starting all over again. My family to make something of my life. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Yeah. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tasing. And also, no women. This is the 1500s. Anyways, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is my finest work. It's getting there. Not to say until it's done. Good. It makes me glad to see some confidence in the men around here sometimes. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Now we talk to Eva. She just says hello. Okay. Nothing over here. Alright. Look at that. Look at that fancy little gate he's got. Hello, Peter. Whoa, look at me, a little running man. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming now. Smells like fresh alpine air to me. Been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wanderjahr? Ooh, wanderjahr. Your wanderjahr before you came tasting. Ooh. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Knows a little Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Knows some Dutch and French. Can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Or Basel. Knows some Italian and French, and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Let him know the language of love. Is that what Latin is? I forget. I don't know. Sure. No, France's language of love. What am I on about? Oh well. I gotta rep Italy. My father country. Italy. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy! No wonder your senses are dull. Been drawn down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What did you spend all that time in Italy doing, anyways? Other than art, I mean. Oh, hedonist. Ha ha! It's a pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. Dedicates all his time to his art. Bookworm, fucking nerd. Rapscallion, penchant for getting involved in pretty petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Or businessman. Nah, fuck being a capitalist. Either a hedonist or a rapscallion, I think. I'll say I was a rapscallion. Getting into trouble. I got involved in a scheme or two. A bit of mischief, more than a few brawls. Street fighting is sort of a pastime on the Italian peninsula. Just a little fun, really. Sounds like a strange way to pass the time, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg! Let's go! That's already acting like I'm talking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Alright. Andreas? Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Ah, why not? Nobody gives a shit about, like, being on time in medieval times, right? Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire. Rather shoes, horseshoes. Miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else it'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Take the shoe in the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and hit it with the hammer. Bonk. 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 Wow! Good. Next one. Oh, I'm fucking speedrun this shit. Let's go. Let's go. Wrong way. Wrong way. Bonk. 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 Well done. See? Short work. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. Sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Considered apprentice. You know, child is just a free apprentice. Ah, well, it's probably a topic for another day. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. See you in Otto by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Sheep! so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Oh, goddamn sheep are everywhere. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. Looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Is there something I can do to help? No, excuse me. I'll try to stay out of your way. Should I offer to help? Donkers. Helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him. Hello, Corey! Thanks for dropping by. Helping them. Yell at him. Give him a good scare. Hee hee! Thanks. It'll probably take an hour or two to track them all down at this rate. Blood sacrament. Damn it, Veronica. What did I say about blasphemy? Bro, you're also cursing! Oh, look. There's something going on up in the Steinhauer's place. Oh. Curious. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Knocked 2 of my men's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. I think he's a noble. He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What? Aunt Hattie. Aunt Hetty. Behave yourself. We don't have enough to deal with right... Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Help your aunt and your cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. Meow. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Oh, I almost had it. Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert, who would love to see you. Really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Spiegel. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from witch mania, adventure stories of questionable moral repute. Your sloppy typesetting. Well, not all of us have the luxury of taking days to write a single page for a book. Journeyman Mahler. Only journeyman for a few more months, then master. Great, then you can take a week for a single page, and then you'll probably pay you double for it. Hee. See, now you're thinking like a master artist. Too bad you're a printer. So, supper tonight, after Vespers? Of course. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Morning, Andreas. Back into town. Alright, come on. We ain't got all day. God bless, Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Is this a college graduate? Thank you, Father. Oh, Father. It's going well, quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Running way to the Abbey. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise you I'll make it this Sunday. I do, but I've been working on sketches late night, and I stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get in an argument with him about this. Going to church on Sunday be such a burden. If not for his sake, consider it for your own. Man has many, many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. This asshole can't make you go to Mass. To hell with him! Actually, I think he can make me go. Shit. Me fucking vindicating my 8-year-old self, always fighting when my parents tried to drag me to church every Sunday. Andreas, do you think I like saying these silly things to people to get them to come to church? Oh! Hello. Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mele, this is Lorenz, Barons of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck. It was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him, or the painter. Who was the artist, my lord? Why was the diet? Oh, the fucking holy diet, whatever. How is Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. Oh boy. Oh boy, am I gonna get TOS for fucking anti-Semitism because this game is lore accurate to the time period? Please no. Please no anti-Semitism. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god. No offense, Father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kirsau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tassae he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tastings past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Garneau, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with the young Master Mele here. Not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. It is an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. I'm already late to the Abbey, but I suppose it's all right. Surely my lord would find little entertainment or companionship in me. Blah, 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 blah. I suppose it's all right. Of course it is. I'll have a word with the abbot if he makes a fuss. And if he still makes a fuss, I'll have a word with the Prince Bishop of Friesing, a good friend of mine. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the abbot's table. Did the abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Nicholas, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mela. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. It's a very pretty game. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, he may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Ah, no, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. They just don't hold much interest for me, I'm afraid. Nah, fucking Martin Luther was a baller. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the Church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Why are you so interested in my education? Ha! No. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. Man. You're in for some fucking fucked up shit when you get the fanfic in the year of our Lord 2005, whenever fanfic started to blow up. Actually, is Dante's Inferno out at this point? Dante's Inferno would be like the first cultural explosion of fanfic, I would say. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well-read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Oh, now we gotta pick a profession. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. Well, I mean, most of that's still bullshit in 1500s, but like 5% of it's like alright, and turns out to just by chance be helpful. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Or Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. I'm going to go with imperial law, so that I know how to break it, because I'm a rapscallion. I got very familiar with the law, so I knew how to bend it without breaking it, you know? Law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Draconian law, nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. Well, you can pay me. I'm right here. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Tertius dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind to fate. Oh, okay. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What's that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Ha ha ha! Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Ooh. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Andreas has a strong command of Latin, grammar, and vocabulary. He can also easily recall sententiae, antique, hooded words of wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. A logician, Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Fucking nerd. I guess all of these are nerd subjects, but still. Andreas excelled at rhetoric in university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. I do love good persuaders. Occultist, Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Oh, Jesus, I think you're going to get put on a cross for that. And heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and other movements. And their movements. He is also familiar with various plants and animals for study and personal experience. I would be an orator. The art of persuasion. Naturally, rhetoric. Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Today we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Yes, exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian faith. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily as in the streets of a rural town as it is in the Curia of Rome. Well put. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? Oh, I can pick another thing. I mean, being an occultist is kind of neat. Kind of want to fuck with it. Let's easily recall sententiae, antique quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. Yeah. Heavens and earth. I mean, knowing a bit of Greek kind of is like knowing Latin at this point still, right? Like, or has the language evolved beyond that by this point? Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavens and bodies. To the implications of patience. Calculations in his head. I kind of want to just be an occultist because that seems cool. Yeah, fuck it. We're an occultist. I use my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interests only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. I look forward to it, my lord. As you wish, my lord. Please be discreet about it, my lord. Yes, that is why we will talk about it later. Ah, there's the abbey. Yes. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. It was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all? My family have been patrons of Curacao for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library of artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. It's a good place as any to create art. The artists remain here quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Curacao for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on its progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do not. I do know the artist well, the venerable brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. How you liking this so far, Corey? Have you played this game before? Does this strike familiar? Miklaus, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Oh, the nuns. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. You know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. Why were they closed? We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Hey, yo! Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. No, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father, I'm eager to get to work. Why were you taking this on me? It's not my problem. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance of my payment for the Book of Hours? Ugh. Should ask again when he's in a better mood. Which might be never. Maybe we can just convince Mother Matea to pay me early. If all else fails, I could liberate some money from the sacristy. Jesus. He's gonna steal from a church right out the gate? What's up, ladies? Gertrude! My ma'am! God bless you, Master Mela. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the Saffron Agnes Steinauer received yesterday. What? Saffron? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw it at the Albans. Maybe you can convince Prior Ferenc to get some, for your yellows. Good to know. How's Mousefanger? She's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Saskia one of these days. Mayhaps. God bless you, Master Mela. Reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz. which said to have once held the Holy Lance. You know, I thought we weren't supposed to be keeping, like, you know, divine artifacts or whatever. I guess we haven't gotten to that point in Catholic canon. Or maybe that was the thing, maybe that was one of the 95 Theses. Brother Matthew contains the shrine along with... Wait, what? Brother Matthew maintains this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Margaret. God bless you, Brother Piero. No, wait, it's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's the old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'm also much more handsome. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still, working with herbs suits me. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Mela. That really is the only thing people could say to each other back then. It's all you had. Ah, Fever View. It always smells so fresh. That and its juices are especially good for hangovers. Ooh, well, that's good to know. Hello, giant woman. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Or yeah, no, it is Cecilia. Something I can help you with. Leslie took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern of it is yours? You said much in saying nothing. And now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. God damn! Fucking cold-shouldered. The hell I'm back. Whoops. Can I only walk in here? Matilda. God bless you, Master Mela. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Ah, forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mela. Master Mela. How do I... I press up and I go on the path. Tasting is lucky to have so much Wunderwort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. Those are some fucked up looking rabbits. God bless you, Master Mela. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean no offense, Master Mela, but I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you. And you as well, sister. Ooh, what's this? Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs in here. Mousefanger! Oh, it's Mouse Killer, right? Mousefanger, Mouse Slayer, maybe? I don't know what Fanger is, but Mouse is Mouse. If you believe it. Yeah. Alright. Just taking a little stroll around town, as you do. To the church. Monastery of Aquarium. What's blumping, brother? God bless you, Andreas. Rudger. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter, Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. The cloister. The cloister. God give you health, Master Mela. Brother Sabat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. And I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mela, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you ever are in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Grit. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. A nice Sicilian man's. Except he's not from Sicily. Trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Yo, that is a fucking sick tomb. What the fuck? You allowed to put this in a Christian cemetery? Monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Interesting. Ooh, animal pens. Yo, what's up? What's up, piggies? What's blumpin'? Volkert. Good day, Andreas. I would have needed to take that animal husbandry skill to understand the lore behind the animals. Tragedy, truly, that I have missed out. Pilgrim badges of St. Moritz. Andres makes these. Okay. Neat. Dude, you can moonwalk! Moonwalk! Smooth criminal! That's my man, Andres. Large garden. I want to look over here. There we go. The fuck was that noise? It scared me. Just a little bit. It's growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Quite a pickle indeed. What recipes the brothers have for peas? Kitchen and cellar, refectory, cloister, chapter house. Woo! There's a fun little bit of art. A Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. This is a wonderful little painting. It's a long one, too. It covers the whole fucking screen. God damn. Okay. Yeah, we read that. Real certified plague moment, to be sure. Oops. This is where we came from, the monastery, the aquarium. The infirmary. I'm just taking a little peek around. Just a little peeksies. Saint Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. God bless you, Andres. Brother Florian, how are you? Brothers and sisters are well, so I am well. Thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it. Sa legger l'italiano? Can you read Italian? Ah, no. Little Italian, and my Latin is not as good as I would like. Hoping Brother Piero could help me with it, if he has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. Most of the medicines were made by Agnes Steinaren with some help from Sister Gertrude. Sister Gertrude. Putting the funniest little this is not Germanic at all. I'm just making up an accent as I play. An aquarium. Okay, alright, then we're back in the church. Alright, let's fucking do our job. Been faffing around long enough. Wait, there's a crypt. Hold on. I gotta know about the crypt. Foundations of the abbeys were built when the Romans occupied this land not long after the death of Christ. Ooh. These tombs markers go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Neat. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kirsau's power in the 14th century. Those days have long passed. Investigate. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Shame indeed. Epic key, bro. That was it! What? What do you mean that was it? Now what? Whoa! Huh, a secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. Can I go through it? Can I use it? No? Okay. Guess I'll die. I see the other side? No? Okay. We'll see the tower, though. Pretty epic tower. Pretty poggers tower. There we go. Dormitory. Old Bailey. Matteo. Wow, we got a short king here. God bless you, Andreas. How's the sacristy today, Matthew? Same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mela? No, I was just being friendly. A little. Your calling is in the world, Master Mela. Mine is here. Even if you find keeping order in this place foolish, the Lord does not. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? You can give me pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyways. Not without good reason. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Kirsau, but for Tasing as well. The matter is pressing, Brother Matthew. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andres Mela. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Prior Fernick. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andres. Yay! Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. It's the Old Bailey. Scriptorium. Ah, where I need to work. Okay. Gotta go fast! Cemetery, scriptorium, and the Prior's house. What is this? What is this? A Volvel! I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What is this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. Translation of some kind? And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections. Outer edge of the lower wheel, each bearing an elemental symbol. Okay. Outer edge of the lower wheel. Alright. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interest fashioned this. Ah, a quarter of the upper disc aligns with different elementals. Aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort. I need to investigate more. That has to be connected to something else around here. Curious. Someone of the faith is using a little occult item to do some research around here. What's up, guy? Good day, Andres. How's your morning going, brother guy? It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbot and the priors both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years! Oh! And I'll leave you to it. How about you, Adok? God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, Brother Adok? Ah, Mill. Ah, Mill. That's easy. I am well. Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later. I look forward to all of your anagrams, Brother Adok. Literal nut. Literal nut. Ah, until then. Yeah, I guess that would be how these guys keep each other entertained. Considering how much they have to deal with all these fucking letters. Piero. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big Jorg Gertner says that if you live here for 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Ha ha! Do not forget, brother guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, brother Adok? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Brother guy, please show more respect to brother Adok. You're being mean-spirited. Calm yourself, brother Adok. You're too sensitive to guy's jokes. Yeah, stop being such a weak-spined liberal, Adok. Stay out of this, Andreas. The old fart can defend himself well enough. I need no defense against the likes of you. God protects his faithful against the inquisitous. Or iniquitous. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Fernick is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It is shameful. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel. His manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he was visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Damn, I'm gonna stand up for my homies here. It's one client is wait like anyone else. Guys, someday you will stand with heroes and a young monk will stand where you are now. I mean, that is true. But I gotta use my skills where I got them. What? Threatening a monk? What's wrong with you? You're the one mocking old men. What's wrong with you? Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including Prince Bishop of Freezing. Kirsau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. And so, I did. Oh, that's right, I need to reference the In der Mauer manuscript. Ding dong. What do you want, Andreas? Zidane? Edena? Zidane? A book? The In der Mauer manuscript? The Book of Hours? Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Did I just get the book? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone, or... Heyo! Why do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Woo! Have you considered the Lord? You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. Did I just get the book? Ah, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get it? Can't you get by without it? Sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. No, why are you complaining? Isn't this your job? Really, my feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Andreas? Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow In der Mauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Ooh, wow, nice. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. Doesn't feel right, I don't know why. I mean, I think it looks pretty great, but I'll see what he thinks. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Oh. What do you mean, it's all my work? My son, you're copying the illustration from the In der Mauer manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before their slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Garneau. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. Or lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic cryptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. That make you sad? Why is that? Why has Curacao kept this up for so long? Some people, some places, have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write? Anyone being able to read anything? I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Idok. Yeah, there'll always a place. Shut up, guy! I don't want to hear it! And Brother Guy. It is kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Okay. Sext! Whoa! Where has the time gone? It is already terse. Too much talk. I guess I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Until später. Andreas, you klutz! You fucking idiot! I can't believe you've done this. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? Mr. Occult? Mr. Occult bloke? What's going on in here? What is going on in here? What's that all about? I can't interact with it. Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. But then Prior Farring came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Farring should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He'd be in a great hurry. I think he's on edge since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless this is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. He's still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara. That reminds me, there are a few more books I've been wanting to borrow. No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz? No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you will excuse me... Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is Prior Farring so nervous? Lawrence, I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and father abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help in any way I can, or, well, I was hoping to work on my masterpiece, but I suppose I can help. I understand, but there's rarely a time when I am in the scriptorium and the brothers are not present. God. Dude, sexism was such a fucking drug for such a long time. Insano mode. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium, I will tell you what books I'm looking for, find them, and return them to me. The first book are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick, which I'll definitely be able to tell from my vantage point here. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches. I know the ones. They're among Pierre's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. Fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Yo, they fucking. They absolutely fucking. Wait, what the fuck? Why's she getting burned? I can't read this. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. So how long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Oh! Damn, okay. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation very seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Well, surely it's not that dire. Really gonna have the fucking women am I right thought bubble here? Literally it is that! Oh no! I'm sorry, Joker. I can't side with you on this one. I respect women in this house. True, she knows her life better than I do. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Oh. Oh Lord, she coming. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry. For men. Now, the books, if you please. No. I'm running away with them. Thank you. Next, Richard Gurin. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adok was reading it. Yeah, there we are. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. Belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to the Amedia Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for the Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurden learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with the Lord, not lusty adventures. What's the harm? Suppose you're right. Better suited for knaves like me. Not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. And it has led to anger. Anger has led to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. Sometimes, yes. But books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. Damn. Based, Andreas understands the disparity in the world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? In truth, it's unlikely to be considered a liable under Bavarian law. See, the brother's disappointed, but I understand. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? Well, actually, I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. Fine. There's only one book left. Then you will be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. The guy was reading it. Boop. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good. Bring it here. What is this, anyway? I guess we're gonna ask about it regardless. Huh, maybe I should have learned French at some point. Well, too bad. You picked Italian. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it is a dangerous book, Andreas Merler. One the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. Before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? Oh Lord, we do be climbing. 200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. Sounds reckless. He's right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if their content is in question. I can sympathize with him. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? Who even knows that it's here? I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. I do. So must Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot. I refuse to destroy it if all you're going to do is refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. I mean, listen, I don't think it's worth losing my job over this. Good. It is for the best. Thank you. Just another fact of medieval life. Now then. Baron Rothvogel. Quickly, though, I need to finish up here soon. He buys books from the Abbey. What kinds? How long has he been visiting the Abbey? He seemed unusually friendly with me. I don't understand. He seemed friendly with me. I don't understand it. Mentioned finding a copy of Historia Tasse. He said it had some scandalous details in it. So I should choose carefully. Also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Do you know anything about the book? I've heard of it, but I have never read it and know little about its contents. If the subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. What about that could have upset Father Matthias so much? Do you know about the Romans in Tasing? I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understood him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It is not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. You prefer Father Carnot to Father Matthias? Could something in the book have led Father Matthias to crisis of virtue? Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. Whoa, that's deep. So perhaps there is merit to that idea. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andres. I suppose I'll be leaving via the crypt. What are you smiling about? Filled with the joy of books. You are a strange man. Okay, I see. So that's why we couldn't go up from the into the library. It's because where all the nuns are, and they're not supposed to fucking be with men. Good day to you, Andreas. Eat. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. He's working by the guest house below the Abbey. Bong! Wait, why? Are there no other options here? Shoom! It's cool though. I like this. There we go. Oh, journal. More pages. Kindly gave me some food for dinner. I should see if Otto and Andrews are around. Otto is working below the Abbey between the guest house and the Abbot's house. And the Gärtner's Teich sales. By the way, I didn't need to convince the Abbot. I should get the money to Clara. Okay. What is Ex Libris? Oh, it's my character. Cool. Andreas knows Italian, Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty screams, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Andreas knows the basis of fractured systems of law that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Andreas excelled at rhetoric in university. He's a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Okay. Cool. Got all this sick lore! look at all these chumps. Volkebert, Zidna, Bohemian nun, assistant to Sister Illuminata in the library. She has a markedly impious attitude toward life at Kirsau. Hee hee hoo. Given odd jobs around the abbey, known for his innocence and naivete. Naivete. Priest for the Ethiopian Church of Rome. Kirsau to repay a gift given at the Council of Constance. Neat. No, I don't want to do that. Otto Zimmerman. And the old Otto. Known for his dislike of the Abbey, especially Father Renaud. Interesting. Brother Matthew, Swiss sacristan of Kirsau Abbey, responsible for maintaining the sacristy. Oh, sacristy. Sacristan, okay. The Abbey's treasury, for assisting Father Renaud during the liturgy of hours. Okay. Neat. Churlish youth. Okay. How much else going on here? Check that glossary. Wretched Gurren. Alright. Enough of that. The Old Bailey. Where are we going? Sorry, I should actually see what my objective is. Why do they keep doing that? Oh. J for journal, isn't it? Guess not. Oh no, that is J. I'm an idiot. Autonomous working the abbey between the guest house and the abbot's house. Okay. Oh wait, I can just use the map. Check. Dormitory. If I keep going left, I'll get there. That's where we came in. What the fuck is a lavatorium? Hold on. What is this? Okay. That is running water. Neat. Guest house and the abbot house, right? Panel pens, kitchen, cellar, refectory. What's in the kitchen? What's in the kitchen? There's nothing in here. It was all built up for nothing. What about the cellar, though? It was also all for nothing. Lucas, Sablat, Sabat. God give you health. What's up, Lucas? Hello. Gernot, Fernek, or Ferenc, Volkebert, Oslav. God bless you, Andreas. Where they eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Rudiger, Matthew, Florian, Guy. Okay. Below the abbey. Guess that okay. I don't think I went down far enough. how do I get down further? Chapter house. Can't get down further this way unless I can walk through it. Doggy! Oh, you gotta be able to pet the dog. It ain't a good game if you can't. Hell yeah. Hope the fleas don't eat you up too bad, buddy, because we definitely don't have flea, little strips for you guys yet. I just have to put up with it. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Doggy! In the painting, too. Large garden. Oh, I can't go down that way, so I have to go back out the way I came. Fine. The upper abbey. Lower abbey. You little scamp, what are you doing here? Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? You know, if you're looking to pilfer from the Baron, I recommend smaller valuables. What? What are you talking about? I'm not. Remember, the Baron wouldn't keep his riches on the first floor. Small items are easier to trade or sell, understand? Shouldn't be standing out here, though. It's far too obvious. Is it? I mean, be quiet. I'm not doing anything. Been a busy day. I'm having a break, enjoying the sun, nothing more. Understood, Martin. Don't mind me, I'm just helping out a fellow man. Listen, I'm trying to help you not get in trouble, idiot. Eat shit. I'm done talking. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, we can't go in that way. It's all locked up for now. Good day, Master Mailer. Ah, Andreas, good to see you. Trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andres. Otto, Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't it? Doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? Not bad. Not too bad, thanks. Hurt my damned hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Ooh, what food item shall I eat? What goes first? The bread? I think the bread goes first. Then the cheese. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. When we do the cheese. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrim's badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Alright, cool. Glad I really... Choices matter, you know? Anyways, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the medal on your way up here. What's all that about? Here to check on a commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. I think he may be here to pressure Brother Piero to finish the manuscript he's working on. As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people of Tasing and Curacao. I don't like the idea of Piero being pressured by anyone. He's too old for that. He's a nobleman. Everything must happen on their time. Just like with the abbot. His work always comes first, and damn the common folk. Well, this abbot anyway. Father Matthias was more reasonable. The late abbot was well acquainted with the Baron, you know, but he always had misgivings about him. Kind of misgivings. And he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Rannick. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. You're not supposed to spread rumors. Instantly starts spreading rumors, and her instantly accepts the next rumor to come by his ears. A long conversation on our way up, but he didn't mention anything about that. He beat someone. It seemed like the sort of thing he would do. What did you talk about then? I mean no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Talk to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. Sure. I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry where your next meal is going to come from. The bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Indris. No one should get away with what he does. What this Abby does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the Abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the Abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the Abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bowers sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in tasting. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damned thief, and before you say it, Endris, that's more than just gossip. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. He's a bored shirker, sure enough. I know one when I see one. He still has time to change. I've never known a thief to change, but maybe his responsibilities will make a man out of him yet. Speaking of the Bower sheep, their ewes are shorn and the women will be spinning it soon. Otto? I got it, Endris. No need to tease. What God wants will happen. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's a-comin'. We should probably get back to it. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Endris. Oh, Andreas. Say hello to Ava for me, if you get a chance. Of course. Which one's Ava? Time to get back to work. Hold on. I want to know who Ava is. I want to pass that along. Do I not know who Ava is? I guess I don't know who Ava is. Awesome! Doc. Oh no, she's right at the top. Daughter of Peter Gardner, his late wife. Ava was largely raised by her brother and father. Okay, that was the chick in our house. Lady we said hi to in the morning. Say hello again in the evening. Meow. Meow. Boy, you still doing this? Alright, well, good luck to you, I guess. Can I go in this building? I can go in this house. Bubble, bubble, toy on trouble. God be with you, Andreas. going on here? God bless you, Andres. Hello, Brother Matthew. What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kirsau's sacrist, I tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. He is the patron of tasting and Kirsau both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for. The shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of St. Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You are familiar with the life of St. Moritz, are you not? I've been so focused on my masterpiece, I never had a moment to learn about St. Moritz. I'm afraid I don't make a habit of learning about every saint I come across. Well, you ought to learn something about Tasing's patron saint while you're here. By all means. St. Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. What do you mean, his legion? Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen, and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tasing venerates St. Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Tasing was pagan? I had no idea the town was so old. Indeed, he and his legion were snowed into the pass, and the townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Sasha, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts. The town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. What happened to Sasha? And Moritz's hands end up in Tasing. Sounds a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? What happened to Sasha? She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tasing from harm. What an astounding story. Thank you for the history, lesson, Brother Matthew. You are welcome, Master Meda. God bless you. Till later, brother. Least I could do, considering he let me get my payment early. Listen to his tale. Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. Okay, St. Moritz is impressive. I've been tricked that long. I must have fallen asleep. Ha ha! Most days I'd agree with you, but Helena's pregnant now. We can't be too careful. Her mother had trouble with childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz's hand and Sasha's shrine to pray for their aid. Hope the saints hear your prayers. You're better off preparing for the child than praying to the saints. Do you think the saints will hear you? Listen, I don't know how much they could really do back then to help prepare, other than just keep bringing in money to help with child rearing after the fact. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. But, God bless him. Alright, let's go back to work. Volkbert! Bye, Volkbert! To that. To the cemetery. To the Old Bailey. And to the scriptorium. I do be working. Brother Adok, this work? I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What is wrong with you? Normally, you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress in this. This is all you've done? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Excuse me, Prior Ferenc, but I believe your point is made. God, shut up, Ferenc! Your frustrations on an old man. That's fine. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium, and you are the guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Pierre's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh, God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Ferenc is right. Take your time, Mr. Nobleman. On your time, as it is always. Prior Ferenc, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can explain. No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest. I expected more. It is nowhere near finished, and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity towards Kirsau is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. We only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. How should I respond? How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Just nod. Don't irritate the abbot. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. Greeting with his Christian name. You are brothers and comrades in art. Hee hee! All men are equal in Christ, are we not? Good to see you, Lorenz. What, are we not brothers? My lord, if you please. Father Gonneau, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your concern? No, I'm not talking about the script. That's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course. I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. Takes a brother off Brother Piero. I'd be delighted to complete the work. Well, Abbot, I am trying to finish my masterpiece at the moment. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Nonsense! You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend, the Prince Bishop, would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Bruh. You had this planned. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Oh, go to hell, Ferenc. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the Abbot, and the Abbey. Prior Ferenc is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the Prior for 1 minute? If anyone is embarrassed here, it's you, Ferenc. You are so insincere. You're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers! If you please, Sister Zedna and I would prefer it if you keep the noise down. Could keep the noise down. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. God damn. I can get told. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the abbot's table. But I wanna have dinner at my friend's. Fuck the Lord. Oh, not that, not that. There we go. Lorenz invited me to eat at the abbot's table. I'm not sure I'm welcome, but I can't refuse the invitation. I should wash up at the lavatorium in the cloister and join the brothers in the refectory. Klaus is going to be annoyed that I'm missing dinner with the Druckers. Again. Well, can I not abandon the lore, the guy? I assume I can't, but that's sad. Alright, whatever. Ho ho ho. No. No. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper. Though the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it'll be good to have you with us. That's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk as you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I make a fool of myself. These men are far above my station. Anyways, I'm sorry for how the friar treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Kiersau Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron of Rothvogel, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Ferenc is wrong about you being slow. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change, the future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Okay. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the pep talk. Sorry you keep getting dunked on by young people. Okay. Write the down one. And here. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, Prior Ferenc. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth, you will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Whatever you loose. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gono, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. They're all looking. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My God, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly, a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. Yeah, he do be. Why is he giving us, like, the fucking rock smirk whenever he pulls up a thought bubble? Bring everyone closer to understanding truth. Wise to defer to the abbot's authority and decline. Be quiet, I don't know what else to do. The hell with the abbot if you can't handle a little criticism and he's not fit to sit at the fancy table. Honestly, I will say, being able to have these thoughts, like, just bouncing around in your head before you pick the final decision is pretty good. Why not? Where should we start? Ah, debate. Excellent. Why not start with the 95 Theses? Enough! Andreas, you should know better. Lord Rothvogel, you are a guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It is blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tasse. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it is time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. Why, Andreas? Why did you engage him? I expect better of you. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Now, I don't want to say that I got spoiled on the events of this game, but I was told that a murder occurred at some point. Oh, don't worry about Father Gono and the Baron. I'm sure it will all be fine by the morning. I hope that Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. That seems unlikely. The Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you make of Martin Luther's ideas? Ha! That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. Alright, bye! Wait, but I wanna I want to go eat dinner. Why can I not have 2 suppers? Fucked up. Okay, we'll grab it from here again. Oh! There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lorenz must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. What was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. That doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. Let's get back to the Geirtners. I don't want to try going that way, because I'm afraid it'll lock me into spending time there. Huh? Parkour! Huh! You were right, Master Myler. I believe that it may have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. A ghost. Maybe? Could be a Roman. Why am I turning Australian? Maybe an old pagan. I want to be Irish, not pagan. Or not fucking Australian. What am I doing? Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Interesting. Have you ever seen one? Mm-hmm. Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie between these stones? Betwixt these stones. Well, I think I found Johann's life sheet. What is this? What am I doing? I'm gonna head home. Take care, Master Myler. I will. Thank you, Till. Master Myler. Irises. Beautiful. What is this? Shrine to St. Christopher are quite nice. Alright, can I wonder if is that a fucking rocket cap? Oh, that's fucking dope. Give me that illustration in my book. Okay. Where was I supposed to go? Zucker? The Drucker house. Right. I was supposed to go to Drucker's for dinner. But I didn't. And now I'm gonna eat ass and die. And up to the forest. Up to the mill. More. The statue looks ancient. Ah, Columbine. Looks like it's coming in early. The heck? What the heck? Pale horse. Pale horse still on the floor. Hello? Martins, Martins, the pale horse, death. Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father. I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she alright? She is, yes. Sister Amelie is a mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What's she doing in there? Does she live in the church? She lives there, yes. I am a little surprised you haven't noticed her before. If you came to Mass more often, you would see that I give her communion through a window into her cell. That's fucked up? Okay. She is an anchoress, a religious hermit so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. That is some advanced fuck shit, dude. God. Living in the 1500s just was the worst for women, huh? Sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. She local to Tasing, or was she a nun at Kirsau? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not illiterate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all the monks and nuns at Kirsau could read, even poor brother Volkbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. She seems unhappy. She's not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. Oh no, not medieval scoliosis! I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Sister Amelie was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for my bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. Alrighty. No, I want to hang out with the Druckers! God damn it. Supper ended badly. I'll get work down in the morning. Get back to my room. Goodness, get some sleep. Get some sleep. I was going to be annoyed. Missing dinner with the Druckers again. Yeah, so am I. Can I not say hello? Guess not. No. To the Gärtner farm. Who the fuck is that? Aw, look at those little cuties. This is all I have to do, right? Hopefully we'll get worked out in the morning. Should get back to my room and get some sleep. Yep. Okay, good night. Tonight I sleep. Alright, I've read this before. Alright, to bed. I should get some rest. Shoo! Shoo! Sleepy boy. Time to get back to work. Shh. It's all right, Ursula. Good morning. You need any help with Ursula? No, a little crying won't hurt her. Besides, I think we've gotten almost all the leaks now. Ursula is my first child, and she's been a handful, but I think I have the hang of it now. Big Jorg has been a godsend. He helped Christine with Ava when she was a baby. I never took you for a family man, Andreas. I'm not. Not yet. I just wanted to be helpful. My brother's both married, so there's plenty of nieces and nephews for me to play uncle to. Appreciate the offer. You'll make a fine husband someday, Andreas. Ugh. When will this storm let up? It's been going on all morning. Peter and Jorg are outside, trying to deal with the flooding as best they can. Oh my. Oh my. Is the farm in danger? There's always danger with this much rain, but we've lived through worse. Whatever happens, it will be God as God wills it. We must have faith in providence and endure what is to come. Oh, I have some food for you. Here. Sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. I don't want to say hello, by the way. Oh, he did. Haha. Good. Thank you. Good day at the Abbey, Andreas. Try to stay dry. Thanks. You too. Good luck. Goodbye, Ursula. Look at the little baby! I fucking... Peace. Andreas! Doing alright, Peter. The wall is broken. Is that from the flood? Every year, but the last few have been worse. This is the third time I've had to fix the wall this year. This is the way it always is. Rain falls on the Abbey and rolls downhill to us little people. Well, it's hard to blame the Abbey for that. That's just how rain works. There's a reason we're down here and they're up there, Andreas. Anyways, I have to get back to this. See you later. I need to go give her the money. Not her. Clara. There we go. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Clara. I have something for you. Oh? It should be enough to pay my rent and the tax you owe the Abbey. Andreas, this is far more than your rent payment. We can't accept this. Please, Clara, it's the least I can do. You and Peter have been such gracious hosts. Consider the rest a gift, then, in addition to my rent. But Andreas, how did you even find so much coin? Are you sure you'll have enough to pay spare for yourself? I have my ways, Clara. I'm more resourceful than you think. Let me show you can pay your taxes in time. God bless you 1,000 times, Andreas. You don't know what this means to us. I'm happy to help, Clara. It's the Christian thing to do. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. I'll let you move on with your day. God bless you. Until later. The Geerter's taxes paid in full. Hell yeah. Is this like... Oh, okay. Okay, these are side quests. Cool. Cool. Nice. Alright. Still have to get to the scriptorium. Hopefully the Templars have calmed down. Hopefully. We already went up that way. Let me just go back this. Actually, I don't think we can go back this way, can we? Nope. Too much water. Looks like a Pokemon game out here. Like the Hoenn region. I gotta say hello to my favorite smith. Hello, Andreas. Good morning, Andres. So, Otto and Ava, huh? Yes, what about them? How's our courtship developing? Doing fine, you think? I'm not a gossip, Andreas. I did not ask us to pour water onto the river mill, but for the concern I have for the happiness of my friends. Of course, Andreas. Fancy talk for being nosy. Well, if you ask me, I think Otto's being a bit too slow about it. Oh. He's old enough already not to be smitten like a boy. They both like each other. Seems to me, if you've got the right person, you should go for it. That's what I would do. What stopped you? Well, that's, personal. I have an intended Sabine waited for me in Nuremberg. I'll marry once I finish my Wanderjahr. I'm not even sure if she's the right one, but it is a necessary step. Not good for the soul to be alone, Andreas. I, do hope to find someone to have my side as we build a family. God has not given me this blessing. Worry not. It could happen at any moment, Andres. One hopes so. I must get back to work, Andreas. Enough talk. Until later. We gotta look out for a girl for our man's Andres. Ulrich. God be with you, Andreas. Seems like we have a good spring storm, though I hope it lets up soon. Good morning. I'm sure we'll let you up soon. As God wills it. Ulrich, I paid Gret for last week's pumpernickel. Sorry to make you wait for it. No trouble at all. Please do say hello to Lucky for me. Of course. Now I'm off to home and then to the Pfeiffers. Good morning, Agnes. What's going on at the Pfeiffers? Elena has about a month to go before her child is due. Her last one was hard. He didn't make it. God rest his soul. I just want to give her the best chance she can have. It's in God's hands. Trust in Providence. Always, Ulrich, but I'll do what I can to help. Why make the Lord do all the work? I must be off now. Good day to you both. And Andreas, stay out of the rain. Now Helena, I will pray for her health. She will appreciate that, Andreas. Thank you. Until later. Some town north. Nothing of value. They formed the old Roman colony. From the old Roman colony. Stolz house. Tasting is lucky to have so much Wunderwort. Or Wundwort. Naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Oh, they already said that. Come on, Andreas. You said that line already. Pet the kitty! Woo! No. Church and Druckers. Can I say hi to the Druckers? No. Sad. Father, I've said this before, but it isn't good that the water drains here so quickly. It's affecting the foundation. It needs to be looked at. I understand, but if you dig here, you may be disturbing the bodies decomposing in the yard. Of course, Father, but they're going to be dug back up again anyway. Yes, but why disturb them unnecessarily? It's your church, Father, but you can't put this off forever. The foundation is going to crack. I understand. Perhaps after some of the bones have been moved to the ossuaries. Thank you, Lucky. Ah, good day, Master Mater. Good day, Father Thomas. Anything over at the church? Oh, yes. Lucky was again reminding me of the danger severe rainfall can pose to the foundation. God looks after his flock, but sometimes the pen requires an earthly hand. People just they got a saying for everything. The men of the cloth. Be taken care of. God be with you, Andreas. And with you, Father Thomas. Until later. To the meadow. Or to the hills. Or the mills, excuse me. Another dog! Hold on. Glass windows. They must have cost a fortune. Rich people alert! Wow, they all know how to fucking shake. That's some good dogs. What a curious mill. The wind turns the sails and powers the grinding stone. That is how windmills work. What's that, the ruins? Funny little drawings. Cute. What's this? Must have allowed access to the aqueduct. The aqueduct. Alright, to the meadow. I looked at that. Hello there, Master Mailer. Hello, Till. Bumped into any ghosts lately? No, not since we last spoke. Good. Have you seen a nicer view? Have you ever seen a nicer view? Don't get sights like this in the cities, I expect. Can't say that Nuremberg has many Roman ruins, no. Do without the mud on my shoes, but the aqueduct does make a nice silhouette. Oh, yes. Tasting is full of them. Quite the marvels they are. I don't pay much mind to the writing on them, as I can't read Latin myself. But you might enjoy giving them a look. If you do, you'll have to tell me if they match the old legends I read about. Sort of old legends. Well, when Father Matthias was about, he would let me borrow books from the Abbey's library. I think I read through half of that library before Father Gernot became abbot. He and Father Thomas are strict about which books should be read now. Books should be glorified God, they said, not discuss the old pagan ways. Still, the accounts of the Romans and the tastings are my favourites. That old book talked about how the Roman knight Gaius Matthias defeated the, Raiti, I think it was. Heavy snowfall had him caught in this very valley. Barbarians on all sides, when Myers sent a wolf to the knight. Instead of killing the beast, Gaius followed it to a magical spring with trees covered in all sorts of fruit. Myers provided the wolf in the spring, and Gaius Matthias found it tasting after defeating the barbarians to honor Myers. That's where all this came from. Sounds a lot like the story Brother Matthew told me about St. Moritz. Without the Roman gods, of course. Surprised that Curacao has any record of tasting before St. Moritz arrived. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought of that. Both were snowed into this valley, weren't they? And saved near spring. I wonder if it's the same story. Oh, I don't know about that, Master Melee. A lot of stories get mixed up over the years. It might be an old fable, but I enjoy the story all the same. It's nice to feel you're connected to those who came before you, even if it's only by the land you live on. Wise words. Feel the same. I'm really looking forward to new opportunities, but I do see the value in looking back. To each his own, I suppose. It's been good chatting with you, Mr. Melee. But I'd better get back to work. You let me know if you find any particularly good books in that library, alright? I will. Until next time, Till. Martin? I have failed the skill check. Ended the conversation, Matthew. Well, sorry, bruh. Wait, why didn't I get it? I had more positives than negatives. The hell? Eat shit, Andres! Achoo! Fucking asshole. Should get to the scriptorium. Gernot will give me an earful if I'm late again. Whoosh. Oh, let me say hi to the horseman first. Miklaus. God be with you, Andreas. Is God with us? Look at this rain. The weather is unfortunate, but the Baron's wife, Lady Salomea, will be arriving today. My lord intends to depart as soon as she arrives. How long have they been married? 7 years now. She's a fine woman, a true lady. I was hoping to bid farewell to the Baron before he leaves. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. He spoke highly of you before you went to bed. Even he was glad you were willing to bait him at supper, even though he's sure the abbot will hold it against you. I just love arguing, honestly. Then you and my lord have much in common. Glad to see the Baron's in good graces, at least. I would not go that far. Well, unfortunately, it seems that you may have offended the Baron in some way. Some way. Or some ways. I would not fret too much about it. Master Mailer, he is a forgiving man. Where is your master gone, then? He went for a walk early in the morning. Didn't say when he'd be back. But he returns soon. The rain is turning everything to mud. My lord might surprise you, Andreas. He never minds getting mud on his boots. Of course, I'm the one who has to clean them. Unusual man in many ways. Apologize for taking up so much of your time. Good luck, Godspeed. I hope you can keep dry. It's no trouble, and many thanks. Until next time, Andreas. Oh, one thing before you go. Did you see a short, surly-looking young man in a hat on your way up this morning? Surely you don't mean me. Ha! No, he was shorter than you by 2 hands at least. That can only be Martin Bauer. Who's Mr. Bauer? Is that the asshole? It's the asshole. Fuck that kid. He ran past me in the meadow as I was walking up the hill. He was quite a hurry. Ah, that would explain my lord's missing rings. What rings are these? Went to pack the Baron's things and they were missing. Boy, he's a known thief. It wouldn't surprise me if he's responsible for the missing rings. That would explain it then. Regrettably, he had ample opportunity for his theft. Yesterday, I caught the boy with the hat. Martin, I suppose, peering through the windows. Could have admonished him at the time, but, well, he seemed harmless. It's a shame that the Baron won't be too put out. My lord is a man of some means. He won't miss the gold, or the rings. I do think he will be upset about the book. He was quite excited for the abbot to see it. In any case, I must finish preparing the horses. It was nice talking to you, Andreas. Of course. I hope this rain lets up for you soon. God willing. Till next time. Until then. Damn. So we took the book. I wanted to see that book. But alas, it was not meant to be. Still locked. Neat. Alright, let's get to work. Probably end it soon. I was waiting for the inciting incident to happen, but, see how long that takes. Oh, this is wonderful. The rest of the abbey is soaked and there's not a drop of rain in here. Good thing the abbot had auto-replaced the roof in the scriptorium and the library last month. With this the kale factory next door, we can stay warm while everyone else is cold and wet. Instead of bragging about our good fortune, you should think upon your brothers and sisters and pray for their health and safety. The abbot's foresight saved a lot of our work and protected what's in the library. The town hasn't fared as well. I'm sure they'll be fine. More importantly, if they're not, I don't care. Brother Guy, your heart is harder than the stone of this floor. Huh. We have the grumpy old monk, but where's the nice one? Brother Piero, haven't you seen him yet today? I did, before Brother Guy arrived. Brother Piero left to speak with the abbot some time ago. What? Why is Matthew ringing the bell? It can't be Terce already. I pray it stops soon. Such a cacophony is an assault on my frail ears. It's not stopping. I suppose this means we're being summoned to the chapter house. God, give me the strength to endure the rain. It's 50 feet, old man. You'll live. God, give me the strength to endure this man. This fucking man's about to catch these hands. Alright, well, let's see what this is about. It's still not stopping. What's going on? This can't be all because of the storm. Let's just see what's the matter. Yo, ladies, you coming out? No? Okay, bye. Uh-oh. Fuck did that scream come from? In the chapter house. Uh-oh. Jeez, that thunder scared me. A little bit further. Yo, Sabat, you wanna fucking come in and help? You're just gonna stand there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord! Oh, Lordy! I think it's the Baron. He's been hurt. Yo, they're pulling out the hurdy-gurdy! Please, brother. Please, Father, where's Brother Florian? Have him come quickly. Be silent, brother. Brother Florian, if you please. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Oh! I'm sorry, Father. There's nothing to be done. He's dead. Ah! Sister Margaret, calm yourself. Sister Gertrude, please take Sister Margaret back to the garden. Yes, Mother Cecilia. God protect us. The Baron was a friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. Why is he so worried about the Prince Bishop? The Abbey is odd in more than one way. Its existence offends some in the Church. We are far enough from Rome and Mainz that everyone forgets about us, but this could bring unwanted attention. Florian, how easily do you think you could dispose of this body? Father Abbot, what are you saying? Why are you questioning me? Why are you wasting precious time? Do you want to see the soldiers of the Prince Bishop march upon our steps and fling your brothers and sisters out of our home? Doprede, God protect us. Costa Sacra, Dio nos guarde. Silence! Quiet! Calm yourselves, all of you. Father Abbot, Baron Rothvogel's manservant is already preparing to leave. The Baron's wife should be here in a matter of hours. This is not the time for rash decisions. Yes, you're right. Forgive me. But then what will we do? We must send the Baron's man to the court of the Prince Bishop in Freising at once. Mother Cecilia, the Baron said the Prince Bishop's archdeacon was in Innsbruck for the Imperial Diet. Even better. Swift action will silence any whispers of impropriety on our part. Given the Baron's stature, the Archdeacon would undoubtedly come to investigate immediately. We must cooperate with him fully and pray for a speedy resolution. Yes. Good. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Brother Wojlav, please detain Brother Piero in the cellar until the Prince Bishop's man arrives. What the fuck? What? Brother Piero, why? It's absurd. Father Guiraud, I implore you to reconsider. We'll take him over my dead body. Jesus, alright, let's not get that aggressive. This will be remembered. He was caught in flagrante delicto, covered in blood with knife in his hand. Father, do you really believe that Brother Piero is capable of such a foul deed? Yes, capable enough when motivated by anger. I had no anger against the Baron, Father Abbot. I simply came across him like this. No anger, not even for insulting your work and forcing us to give it to Andreas. This is not a subject for debate. When the Prince Bishop's man arrives, we must not be empty-handed. Even if Piero wanted to kill the Baron, he's not physically capable of the act. He wasn't angry. Anyone who's in the scriptorium knows that. Even Guy knows that. They're not gonna fucking stick up for this guy. Mary hold a brush must let you plunge a knife into a man's body. Be quiet. This is not your affair. It is my affair if you're going to make me part of Brother Piero's supposed motive. Forgive me, Father Gurnot. I just don't think that Brother Piero could have done this. I am through debating this with you. My decision stands. Brother Wojlav will detain Brother Piero in the cellar until I say otherwise. Brother Florian, please escort Andreas out of the Abbey. Andreas, do not show your face here again until tomorrow. Do you understand me? This is ridiculous, but yes. You could, I guess we distrust you with a knife. Andreas, listen to me. I sympathize with you. I don't think Piero did this either. But this isn't the time to push the Abbot. I'm sure the other brothers and sisters believe Piero is innocent as well, but the Abbot is worried about the Prince Bishop's attention. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. I appreciate your compassion, but if you pursue this indelicately, you could make matters worse. Take a few hours to calm your nerves and your mind. You need to think clearly. Go to the Druckers, eat a good meal, and come back at nones. We won't have much time, but tap on my window with a small stone and I'll let you in. Let me in for what? To examine the body. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, I think we're probably gonna cut it there. The inciting incident has occurred. Also, I saw in the corner 2 days and 2 hours remain. Ruh-roh. Follow Florian's advice, go to the Druckers. Hopefully it will clear my head. Alright. That will be good for tonight. Oops. Oh, I was doing display capture instead of game capture. Silly me. Anyways. Alright. Another good streamerino. Let's send you off to, who do we send you off to? Minx is online. Send you to Minx, mayhaps. Who else? Anyone else online? We hit up Too Bold. Oh, we'll send you to Termaya. They're playing Persona. Persona! Alright. Give them some love from me. And, yeah, I'll send you over there. But until I see you next, which might be tomorrow, mayhaps, might be doing Forge Friday, might not. I still haven't figured out why the map was broken last week, so I'll let you know in the Discord when I decide. Anyways, until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and peace out.